three death to do party. Dilum, Nadar is the Nesha Yori. Not on Chaton, but talk to the jets. They come to Yori dinner. Tata, Raji, you are. Pana. Tambo Sen was the Barmato, so the same away on Mary. 7 other die on Mary. They were the same matter to Mahama to Limato. They were put some to Iraqi on Mary. The Jager of the Mataba. Tata, Jumata was the Timaro. Tapati Matito Yoga. They made party of your parents in it. They did Chatang Tachi. Take it, less on. Mira young Jackie China, Charum or child, or Terran of Hearts. Taylor, thinking on Yala, Tani made by she, never mother by she. Taylor gave you for party, never Mazina. Rather simple, there are no job for Daji, or mother by she. Daji was my mother by Shila, there is no top party on. Dizzy the top party, never did you top party? Dok Nana. Deva Ria Masa, Marie Masa, Datina, to Pachina, Mebachi to Pa. Zog the Dutch and the Vaman sent to Sama Declaration, don't talk to kids. Does the Vaman, Taton Song to kids. Zogla, Dean with the Kayama, not on Court of kids. Don't talk to get Tatok sent this over Declaration. Sent it not off a matter by Declaration. Dodgism daily. Tatok Dodgism, not on. Don't talk to the way to the gom of the country for my tongue to buy your doctrine and to buy your money. Call your Hako, Didi your mother.
So then on page 16, it continues with all sounds are the unborn sound of mantra, and mindful presence is the unborn Dharmakaya. So in the view of the secret mantra within the Vajrayana, we talk about these 3 Vajras. First there is the union of appearance and emptiness, then sound and emptiness, and awareness and emptiness. And so when we investigate the existence of the mind or self and others, when you look inside the mind, there is nothing to be found. Mind lacks any true substantial existence from its own side. So if mind lacks any inherent existence, then also there is no I or self to be found. And if there is no self to be found, then also this physical body lacks any true existence from its own side. It is a compounded phenomenon, impermanent by nature and thus empty by nature. Everything appears to our perception, but it appears just like an illusion, like a TV show. Nothing possesses any permanence or ultimate truth, a true existence from its own side, lasting existence. It is only a mental grasping that we believe that there exists something where it doesn't really exist in reality. And through this deluded way of grasping, thinking, thoughts of attachment and aversion arise. And if we engage in action, if we accumulate karma driven by these emotions, then although illusory in nature, again and again we will experience the perceptions of samsara, our mind being like a frozen ice block. On the other hand, if we let our mind rest within samadhi, then there is no grasping to either reality or non-reality. One realizes that whatever appears may appear, but it lacks any inherent existence. So that also refers to the inner mental arisings of the afflictive emotions. There is no grasping to their truth, to their reality, when one abides within meditation. So when one realizes the non-existence of these afflictive emotions, one comes to the realization that self and others do not exist dually in any way. It is only a mental grasping to a reality which doesn't really exist. So when you do not believe in the reality to whatever appears within and without, the thought, the negative thought, although it may appear, will again disappear, dissolving back into the mind. So if there is no grasping to a reality, forms, for example, will still appear, sounds may be still perceived, but there is no grasping to their reality. When there is no grasping to the reality of the form, it is called form emptiness. When there is no grasping to the sound perceived, it is called the union of sound and emptiness. And when there is no grasping to whatever arises, the mind abides with great clarity and very pure. And within that non-grasping nature, whatever appears within the mind will not be held to be true. And that is the union of awareness and emptiness, or arising thought, as it is said here, having the nature of unborn Dharmakaya. Although things appear, one neither thinks they are true, nor does one think they are not true. So this is what is referred to here with the three vajras. The vajra of the body is not to grasp at any forms. Although they appear, one does not cling to their truth or reality. The vajra of the speech is not to grasp at any sounds. Although one perceives the sound, there is no grasping to its truth or reality. And the vajra of the mind is not to grasp at the reality of any mental arising, any thoughts. And these three vajras are actually contained within the single vajra, within the vajra of the mind, the union of awareness and emptiness. If we simply abide within a union of awareness and emptiness, when there is no clinging, then just naturally we will not cling to any sounds perceived or forms that we see.
在16页讲到音声为无声咒音，念名及无声法身，三金刚体性诵咒。这边讲的这个在金刚圣里面讲到的很多这个道理，讲的也就是这个三金刚的部分，也就是我万象跟空性是结合的，音声跟空性也是结合的，甚至我们的心念、我们的觉知跟空性也是结合的。这是怎么样来讲呢？就是说我们看到的外象，但是我们很清楚的了解，所有的外象都是空无自性，它没有一个真实存在的一个我或者是自己。那这样子来讲的说，这个自己的身体并不是永远存在的，不是真正有一个实体叫做我的身体，它不过是众缘和在这个时间、这个场合、这个时空之下一个暂时的一个结合的一个产物，它是没有自性的，它也不是恒久的。事实上，所有的东西都不是永恒不变的，不过是因为我们自己心意识的执着，认为说它是实存，它是永恒在那里的。实际上并不是这样子的，是因为我们的执着而产生了一些造作，因为造作而产生了一些业果，那业报，那因这样子连续下去、相续下去，自然就产生了一个轮回。那我们人就受到轮回的这个痛苦。那这个就好像一个冰块一样，可是冰块是可以被融化的。那怎么样来做呢？如果说我们能够安住在一个三摩地，那不去看，不去执着说